My name is Sharon Zanders-Akis, and I'm the Special Projects Director for Iowa CCI Action Fund. Today, we are proud to announce CCI Action Fund's endorsement of Jack Hatch for Mayor of Des Moines. Jack participated in our endorsement process, and he was invited to meet with our endorsement team, who asked more in-depth questions on the issues of racial profiling, welcoming city, water, and climate. After much discussion, the endorsement team recommended that we endorse Jack to our C4 board, to which the board supported by a unanimous vote. CCI Action believes if there's going to be true change in our Des Moines City Council, if we're really going to resolve the issues of racial profiling, protection of our water and climate, a city that all residents feel welcomed and protected in, then we need a true leader and champion on these issues. We need a mayor who will not be afraid to lead on the issues, even when it's not popular among some people. We need a mayor who is willing to go to the distance for all residents who reside in the city of Des Moines. We feel confident in our decision to endorse Jack and believe he is the right person to be mayor for the Des Moines City Council. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Lori Young to discuss a little bit about our racial justice work.
Yeah. Thank you, Sharon, and good morning. I'm Lori Young, and a member of Iowa CCI Action Racial Justice Team. I, along with about a dozen other proud citizens of Des Moines, have been fighting against racial profiling by the Des Moines Police Department for nearly 5 years. Data shows that if you're a Black motorist in Des Moines, you are 3 times more likely to be issued a ticket than a white motorist for the same offense. Data also shows that if you're a Black motorist in Des Moines and you are stopped, you are over 7 times more likely to be arrested for interference with official acts than a white motorist. These disparities in the research, and many more too numerous to name, is why we are endorsing former State Senator Jack Hatch for Mayor of Des Moines. Jack listens and agrees that racially biased policing in Des Moines is real, and we need to reduce, if not eliminate it. Jack agrees that passing an ordinance to ban racial profiling, outlaw pretextual stops, practice data collection on every stop, and form a citizens review board are the first steps in making Des Moines more equitable in how its citizens of color are policed. It's time for a new, bold, brave leadership of the Des Moines City Council. After over a year of trying to work with the current City Council and Mayor, who have dodged the issue, diluted the issue with lame counter proposals, we must place our trust and support behind a new mayor, and that is the future Mayor of Des Moines, Jack Hatch. We ask that you join us in supporting Jack Hatch for mayor on November 5th. Together, we can make Des Moines a leader in 21st century policing and help it live up to the higher levels of ideals and justice for all. Next, you'll hear from Cherie Mortiz.
My name is Cherie Mortiz, and I'm board president of Iowa CCI Action. Fighting for clean water has been a major focus of Iowa CCI, not just during this election cycle, but for many years. Our partnership with Bill Stowe, GM of Des Moines Waterworks, who recently passed, was one of mutual values and goals. We collaborated in our efforts to point the finger squarely at the factory farm industry that dumps millions of gallons of untreated manure on fields that run off into our waterways. We have over 750 polluted waterways that can no longer be used for their intended purpose and send polluted water downstream to our sources of drinking water in the metro region. Bill stood up to the factory farm industry, and our city leadership failed to support him. We know that our public utility is an important asset and investment by citizens of the Des Moines community, and we take great pride in its ability to produce, manage, and deliver clean drinking water to 500,000 ratepayers in the metro region. It is the independence of this utility, untouched by politics and the desires of city council members and mayors, that puts water quality in the hands of the right people. the administrators, scientists, staff, and field workers of Des Moines Water Works. Our endorsement of Jack Hatch for mayor of Des Moines is directly related to his willingness to fight on our side, to protect that independence and push back against the proposal to regionalize the decision-making that would put the expertise and authority of Des Moines Water Works at risk. Water quality decisions are best put in the hands of experts, not city officials in the suburbs that see an opportunity to take what does not belong to them. It is now my privilege to introduce to you Jack Hatch, candidate for mayor.
Thank you, Sheree and Lori and Sharon and the rest of you for this endorsement. CCI has been a leader, as you see on the walls, the dates, for decades. It's been a representation of what people believe at the grassroots level. Their work on these two issues and the many other issues that they've had represents the real substance of what public policy and politics could bring to people. Their work in the legislature has been harsh, hard, and hard-hitting. Their representation of the people that they represent throughout the state to their local governments has been real. When they took on the water issue with the Des Moines Water Works, it was in cooperation with the Des Moines Water Works, not in competition. It was in the belief that our water has been poisoned by agricultural chemicals.
That's right.
And that it takes, in the lifetime of my grandson, to clean up the nitrates that they have to extract from the water, $7 million a day for the next 85 years would be close to $1 billion cost to extract the nitrates that the agricultural chemical companies have allowed our farmers to extend into the water. That's unacceptable. It always has been. And so what we plan on doing as mayor is not just complaining about it. The time for suing them is gone. We do not want to create another situation in which the legislature will try to dismantle the waterworks again. We're going to try what we've done in the legislature, what I've done in the legislature, where I've been successful in the legislature, and that's bringing people together. We will create a regional planning authority of the Raccoon River Watershed Basin. It's over 31 counties, 31 soil and conservation commissioners, cities and towns, and we're going to do the work that has been ignored for the past 15 years. And that's not who's suing who, or who's going to manage what. It's going to be how do we lower and reduce the amount of nitrates the farming community puts on their land and into our water. We're going to cooperate with the farming community, with the agricultural community, with the cities and towns, and with mayors and customers and ratepayers that enjoy the water that the Des Moines Water Works has produced for us. We're going to do that in a aggressive but long enough time to get consensus. And then, when we have done that, we will talk to our customers and to our partners and our customers of the waterworks to see how we can manage this valuable resource. With racial profiling, we know that the Des Moines Police Department does not racially profile. We do know that some police officers do. And we're going to cooperate with our community, with our leaders, and with the police department, and the city council, and with citizens to not only reduce, but get to a point where Des Moines can actually say, we don't have racial profiling. And we will be able to say with pride that African Americans, Latinos, Asians, and any other group that feels that they may be discriminated against will feel safe. When an officer comes up to them, they're going to know that officer by his or her first name. And that's going to be one of the results of bringing the police and our community together on this subject. So I'm looking forward to working with CCI, the police, a new city council, and the citizens of Des Moines on these two projects to get some real relief. We also are going to do something that we have done in the past. That's reaching out to our neighborhoods. Downtown Des Moines has skyrocketed, we know that. 17,000 people live in downtown Des Moines. In 2010, just 8 years ago, it was a little less than 6,000. But the rest of the neighborhoods have lost population, and they felt neglected. So the potholes and the roads and the infrastructure will be taken care of, and we will aggressively do what the citizens of this city want. Safe streets, streets without potholes, sidewalks, we could walk